lot of my friends been asking me, listen, tell me more about your daily stack. What do you use to optimize your body? Because I'm 47 years old right now, it's 2023, and I still train 5-6 times a week. My physical activity is insanely high, but I think my body is able to recover quite quickly. So I think I wanted to share today some of the things that I do, some of the supplements that I take for longevity, some of the supplements that I take that are for recovery. I do take quite a bit of products, so I wanted to literally just record this video, and for those of you who are interested, you can also research those particular products further and to see whether it fits into your daily regimen. So I'll start, I always start my morning off with coffee. It becomes super jittery. So in order to avoid this feeling, I do take L-theanine. So you can see here, just one pill is enough. These things are 200 milligrams of L-theanine. And if you take this together with a cup of cold brew, which I do in the morning, it actually alleviates the jittery feeling. L-theanine is also present in green tea, for example. So that's why green tea, although it has caffeine, feels a lot smoother on you. So this is something that I start to supplement together with my coffee. I usually don't have heavy breakfast in the morning. What I do, I have like a few eggs, sometimes hard-boiled eggs. I buy those at Costco, organic eggs, so just pop the two with salt just to have something in my belly. And then I take the morning supplements and I take night supplements. The night supplements are really for recovery, for good sleep, and the morning supplements are something that gives me it's like mental clarity and just do some stuff for longevity as also for recovery. So like I said, I start my day with the cup of coffee. I usually don't drink coffee as soon as I wake up. I give it a bit of time, approximately 30 minutes before I actually have my first cup. But once again, I do take L-theanine because then you don't have any kind of jittery feelings and you're pretty relaxed. There are some staples that everyone I feel like is taking because your body needs to contain the inflammation. So I do take turmeric, usually like these are 1,000 milligrams per serving, and I take about 3 pills of these, sometimes 4. Just throw it in my hand, swallow it, because turmeric, you got to make sure that it is with black pepper because it's usually not very bioavailable. So if you're going to eat pure turmeric, it's just going to go to waste. So for higher absorption, usually turmeric with black pepper is the way to go. So I usually eat, like I said, about 300 milligrams of turmeric just to keep the inflammation down. And inflammation causes kinds of ailments, causes cancer and causes all kinds of other bad things that's happening to your body. And there's a lot of studies been done. Actually, one meta study has been done. They didn't care. They took a bunch of people. They didn't care what the actual diagnosis was for all those people, and they looked at what were the common denominator of a lot of the ailments, including cancer. It turned out to be inflammation was one of the most important things that you actually have to fight, because that study showed that inflammation causes a lot of bad things happening to your body. So once again, turmeric is something that I start my day with. Another thing I always take, it's NMN. So NMN was popularized by David Sinclair. You can Google his name. He is in the field of longevity, one of the top gurus, guys from Harvard, researches longevity. And NMN is actually a derivative of vitamin D3. And what it does is actually precursor of the NAD+, which is something that provides you with energy and provides you with cellular cohesiveness. So because of the oxidative stress and all things that we actually encounter daily, your cells actually gets damaged with age. And NMN gets into your blood and actually into your cells and promotes the creation of NAD+. And NAD+, the older you get, after you turn 30, 40, it actually degrades in your body. So if you're 40 and plus, you know, you should think about supplementing with NMN. They also have liposomal ones, so it actually gets better into your bloodstream, gets absorbed better. I take this one, just the basic one, 500 milligrams. Some people recommend doubling this dose. But again, it's been extensively tested on like rats, not necessarily on humans, but in the field of longevity, it's one of the top things that particularly David Sinclair is raving about. So something I take, a pop one pill before I go to work in the morning. I don't know if you typically don't feel like an effects from it, but I think just based on research and based on the fact that humans creation of NAD plus deteriorates with age, I've decided that I actually need to take it. Now I want to talk about something that I started doing probably two years ago to augment my coffee intake, because I've been taking too much coffee, and coffee I felt like stopped having a good impact on me. The caffeine, once you get used to it, it doesn't really keep your mind sharp. And particularly if you're, you know, doing something the night before, drinking, and I don't know what you were doing, partying, then the following day, I feel like, you know, I'm just not as sharp. I kind of just very sleepy. I don't have that energy. And what I started doing, I got involved in the field of like mushrooms. What I mean by that, there are different mushrooms, and all of them have different properties. In particular, I want to talk to you about 3 mushrooms that I focus on. The number one is lion's mane. So this one is a mushroom that allows for mental clarity, and I actually do feel the results. I also take it with, it usually comes with some sort of black pepper extract, so you can absorb it much better. So lion's mane, and again, the brand name doesn't matter as long as you trust the manufacturer, but lion's mane is something that I take every morning, almost like religiously, because when I go to work, I feel like combining this with coffee gives me this energy throughout the day, and I don't really crash in the afternoon. So I highly recommend this for mental clarity. Other mushrooms that I take, there are also cordyceps. So the cordyceps have a different impact on your body. There's actually been I believe there was Olympics at some point where Chinese team crushed everybody. And folks were wondering, what were you doing? You know, like at that time, they were basically pissing clean on steroids. So everyone was wondering, okay, how come your team, Chinese team, has done so well? Turned out that they were all given cordyceps, and cordyceps, you know, fantastic for exercising. So if you want to go and allow for your body to be more resilient to kind of stresses of heavy exercising, cordyceps is something I highly recommend. If I don't typically take it on a daily, but when I do go to train, I always pop a few cordyceps because I feel like they dilate your blood vessels and just allows you not to get tired as quickly. It's also a part of my competition stack, which is completely different. But I do take cordyceps before competition because I do feel that allows for me not to get tired as quickly. You know, really helps with my stamina. And finally, there is reishi mushrooms. Reishi mushrooms, these things that help you to calm down. So I usually take it before I go to bed together with 3 other components that I'll talk about later. But reishi is something that really helps you to calm down, and also there is some saying that reishi mushrooms allow you to have like a vivid dreams and have much better dreams. I'm not sure about that. I can't vouch for the dreams, but I can tell you that it does help me fall asleep, to calm down and wind down at the end of the day. So reishi I usually do take towards the end of the day when I want to unwind and really just relax, watch TV, and then go to sleep. I pop a few of these. These are 3,600 milligrams. I just take like a few. Again, so this is my kind of mushroom stack. There are also on Amazon, you can find these nootropics where they're combinations. So I have this one, nootropic, lion's mane, and cordyceps, and reishi. So it has all three. So it's your body, your mind, and I guess your spirit. I'm not sure. But sometimes I use these, the combination of all three in the morning before I go to work. And I truly feel the difference. There is this almost like a coffee effect when you have clarity, but it doesn't fade. So I highly recommend using this. Of course, there are other companies, and then there are other things sometimes I supplement with. One of these is Sulfurane. So this one is popularized by Joe Rogan. I'm not sure if he's still a sponsor, but it's on it. And Alpha Brain does give you that extra boost if you're doing some sort of if you're studying or doing something that is involve a lot of brain power. So I do feel that this particular brand and this particular product is very helpful to keep you super motivated and just do more work done. So I do use it occasionally. It's tough to take in the morning. I feel like the combination, I'm not sure what, they have like a bunch of proprietary things, amino acids and some sort of blends that I feel like a little heavy on the stomach if you haven't had any food and you just absorb it. But it does work. And I really like it sometimes when I know that I need to like really focus on something and get the job done. Otherwise, mushrooms is the way to go. Coffee and mushrooms, that's how I roll. Now we're gonna talk about something that I don't use all the time, but something that I feel is important to know. There is sometimes when I have maybe big meetings, sometimes when I feel maybe there is a big competition coming up and I start to get super nervous. There is this thing is called St. John's wort. So St. John's wort is very popular in Eastern European countries actually, but they use it for a different reason. If you have any kind of wounds, they typically would heal the wounds with this particular herb. But I learned in the United States a long time ago that St. John's wort, if you take it internally, it's actually a mild beta blocker. So what it does, it's almost like numbs your consciousness of stress. So if you're super stressed out, if you're anxious, let's say I go to a competition, and sometimes I literally will open the brackets before the competition, and I feel that like a cold sweat running down my back. This really helps to calm myself down because it just numbs this sensitivity, that numbs the anxiety a lot. So I don't take it, I don't have issues with anxiety. I don't take it daily, but when I feel like there is some important presentation before the clients, or maybe there is an interview, or maybe there is a competition or something where I feel like stressed, this thing really helps to pop like 3-4 pills. Each of them, is like 1,000 milligrams. So you do like 2-3 of these and really calms you down, because this is like a very mild beta blocker. So you don't have to take, much stronger chemicals. These things really, it does work if you are stressing out about something. So just keep this in mind. I always have it in the back somewhere. Maybe not on when my primary stack is, but it's always available if I need it. And I also give to my spouse. So if she is very stressed out, I'll say, hey, you know what? take some, you're gonna be okay. And she does too. She does take it too sometimes. You know, so recommend this. It's called St. John's wort. Now we should talk about glutathione. And glutathione is the king of antioxidants. It's present in every cell in your body. So you always have to make sure that you have a bunch of glutathione available. You can start supplementing with liposomal glutathione. This is something that I have. It comes in these syringes where you take 1 milliliter daily, but glutathione is responsible for fighting free radicals and also prevents a whole bunch of diseases. It is responsible for production or synthesis of actually nitric oxide, which is also very important for your body. So this is actually like the best thing your body can produce as far as the antioxidants are concerned, and having enough of it is crucial, right? With age, these things actually also deteriorate. So if you've been drinking or doing something that is exposed to some sort of chemicals, I usually sporadically use it. I don't use it all the time, but I supplement with it. The thing is, glutathione consists of three key elements, and you don't need to ingest glutathione directly. You can actually supplement with components that allow for your body to produce more of glutathione. Glutathione is one thing that you can start taking, which is glycine. So glycine is very important for you to take, I feel like, because it helps with production of glutathione because it's one of the components. Secondly, glutathione promotes very good sleep. So I do take one pill, but I also supplement with glycine. Keep saying glutathione. With glycine, I also supplement with it before I go to bed. So can't say enough of good things about it because it helps you to detoxify your body. I just leave it at that. Another thing glutathione indirectly linked to is psyllium husks. Psyllium husks are full of fiber. These things are fantastic for your stomach. Your gut bacteria loves psyllium husks, loves this type of fiber. So every day you should take a few, and it does promote production of glutathione, which again just detoxifies your body and responsible for other cycle like production of nitric oxide, for example, in your body, which is crucial for you to stay very, very healthy, fight off disease, fight off all the various toxins. So like I said, psyllium husks I take. These are 500 milligrams. I take about 3 of these every morning, or before I go to sleep, because I said microbiome actually loves psyllium husks. That's what your bacteria actually does eat, this type of fiber. So it's super healthy for you. Besides glycine, another component that helps you to produce glutathione is Nacetal L16. Mouthful, but this particular, they call it NAC. So this is also crucial in production of glutathione, healthy levels. So if you don't want to take glutathione directly, which some people prefer to do, some people don't, I do it again sporadically. If you take the combination of these two, it should be enough to have healthy level of glutathione in your body. And this is what I do. I take 1 pill of this, 1 pill of this, and this is enough, I guess, for me to feel that my body is being detoxified, my liver being detoxified, etc. Right? So this is part of my daily stack. I take these two components to promote glutathione. Another supplement that I take, it's called TMG. TMG helps with the liver function as well as brain health. There's been some studies done, and I read one study that it actually helps to decrease homocysteine, because homocysteine has been linked to things like all kinds of cardiovascular problems at the later age. It actually has been linked to problems with your brain health. I'm talking about increased risks of cognitive imbalances later on, cognitive decline. So we want to avoid that. And finally, is been linked to deterioration of your bone density. TMG, like I said, is a pretty good detoxifier and lowers homocysteine levels. So this is super important. Here it says liver support, promotes healthy homocysteine levels, what I just said, normal methylation processes. So it's something that I take daily. I've done quite a bit of research, listened to a lot of smart people talk about this particular supplement. This is something that I take daily. I do take one pill, 1,000 milligrams, every single time. The next thing we should talk about is a staple in my kind of longevity stack. It's called sulfurane. So I take the liposomal one. They were giving it to mice for a while, and the cancer rates decreased tremendously. So this being in the health community and longevity community, this been linked to decreased levels of cancer. So I take it instead of like pounding in broccolis, you can actually eat a whole bunch of broccoli. Instead, they do derive this from broccoli, and you get 450 milligrams per serving here. You take 1 or 2 pills. So this is something I also take daily. I think the staple in everyone's diet should be fish oil. I do supplement with fish oil when I go several days without eating fish. Typically, fish is a big part of my diet. I eat it at least once every 3, maybe 4 days. So if you eat a lot of fish, you don't need to supplement. But I think omega-3 fish oil, sometimes I take krill oil, is also really good. Particularly if you're active in sports, it makes a huge difference for your joints. So if your joints don't feel very comfortable, give it a try. Supplement with I would say 6,000 milligrams of per serving of fish oil, and you'll see a huge difference in the way your joint operates. It's going to be much smoother and just pain-free. I feel it makes a huge difference, again, particularly if you train a lot for your joints. I wanted to talk about supplementing also with greens, because I do eat a lot of green leafy vegetables. I always eat a salad. But sometimes you go and you eat a bunch of meat and you just didn't have a chance to eat any greens. So I know there are popular brands of supplementation like Athletic Greens, for example, but the ones I like is called Daily Greens. And I'm a big fan of effervescent pills. So what it means is basically you take a pill and you drop it in a bucket of water. On the bucket, you take it in a glass of water and it becomes like bubbly, and then you drink it. So it's super convenient. So I have this pack with me when I travel, and if I don't get a chance to eat, kale, broccoli, all those things, I always pop a pill and get all my all the veggies in one place. This particular one has spinach, kale, wheatgrass, morniga, I don't even know what it is, spirulina, aloe vera, chlorella, alfalfa, ashwagandha, broccoli, 29 fruits and vegetables. So this one it's very similar to what Athletic Green is, very popular supplement. So this one I take again daily if I didn't get a chance to eat a salad. I don't take vitamins except maybe for vitamin D. So vitamin D3 I do take particularly during winter, when there is no direct sun. If I do get quite a bit of sun exposure, if I'm in Miami or it's summer outside and I constantly get bombarded with sun, I don't take vitamin D3 at all. I think a lot of produce in the United States, the folks put already vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D3. So there's a lot of produce that have quite a bit of vitamins added to it. Milk has vitamin D, for example. Majority of the milk that people drink here, pasteurized milk. But I do supplement it when it's winter outside, so vitamin D3. Otherwise, I'm not heavy on vitamins, but if I feel like my diet's been suboptimal, for example, once again, I use these effervescent pills because they taste amazing. This one has vitamin B1, 2, niacin, and B6, B12, vitamin C, vitamin E, biotin. So I do take one of these. These are like yellow pills. You pop one, you put one in the water, and drink it. I take it. I don't take vitamins like every day, but I do feel that sometimes if you eat something that is suboptimal as far as the vitamins are concerned, you do have to supplement. So you always have to kind of watch what you eat, and it's clearly one of the important things to do. Another thing I take periodically is propolis. Propolis have some anti-inflammatory properties. So I use I take one pill. So one pill is 1500 milligrams. No, it's 300 milligrams. It's 300 milligrams. I take one pill daily, but I don't use it all the time. I use it maybe 1 month out of the year. And a lot of these things that I mentioned, I actually don't use all the time. I kind of cycle through them because there's only that many pills you can take. So a lot of times if I'll take propolis, for example, for a duration of 2 months, this bottle, for example, has 100 veggie capsules. So it's going to last me, a quarter or a third of the year. And once I run out, I'm probably not going to take it for the duration of the year, and then I'll kind of recycle back because I do believe you don't need to take these supplements, particularly the ones that have to do with inflammation, but not on a daily. So you can cycle through those. Another thing I do cycle, which was popularized again by folks on YouTube, and usually these for people with like bad libido, or people with low testosterone. My testosterone is high. I get it tested every year as part of my physical, so I never had problems with testosterone. When I have competition coming up in 2-3 months, I want that extra boost because I do start training a lot harder. And I think higher testosterone helps you to recover faster. So in order for me to keep up with the rigors of my training, particularly leading up to big competition, I want to increase my testosterone, and I do it by taking Pagodia agrestis as well as fenugreek. These are two popular supplements for natural increase in testosterone. A lot of the folks over 40 in my division, for example, where I compete, they're on some sort of testosterone replacement therapies. You can tell that they're injecting testosterone. My testosterone luckily has been okay. It's been high actually, but if you want extra help, you want kind of bump up your testosterone naturally without starting to either inject it or take it some other way. These two, again, Pagodia agrestis and fenugreek, these two supplements that I do take periodically leading up to big competition just to give an extra help in recovery. This will help you to increase your testosterone levels, and something if you're, again, an athlete and if you're over 40, you probably should consider if you do have a need for it. Another thing I wanted to talk about that I take daily it's called nattokinase. So what is nattokinase? So there is in Japan, there's an area in Japan where women live 100 years on average, and men is like not far behind, maybe like 98. Researchers were puzzled Why do people who from Okinawa, Japan, live for such a long time? And one defining thing they figured out was that they've been eating a lot of this thing called natto. Natto is the other fermented beans. So for the Westerners, they look actually pretty nasty. You probably want to eat them, even if you could get your hands on them. But what these folks did, they actually took the natto and kind of made a powder out of it, and this is fantastic for your gut health. And your gut health, if you know anything, is actually super important for your overall health, and it does promote generally healthy living. If your gut goes, everything else goes. So nata kinase, this 4000 FU, this is something I take daily for my gut health. Nata kinase, check it out. On the micronutrient side, I do take a lot of spirulina, organic spirulina. This is algae. This is like a blue algae that is compressed into these pills. They have enormous amount of chlorophyll and various nutrients that's super healthy for you. It's very nutrient rich. And you want your body to absorb a lot of chlorophyll, for example, and vitamins, and it has iodine, it has other stuff that you typically do not get from the normal food. So I usually get like a handful in the morning. This is something is part of my daily routine. I take it every single day. Very healthy for you. It's green, and overall, it doesn't taste nasty, so check it out. It's called spirulina, organic spirulina. I should probably talk about skin health, because as we age, skin gets wrinkly, it gets dry, it gets basically thin, and skin is super important for our overall health, so you gotta maintain your skin. First of all, you're gonna look younger. You don't wanna look super old with your skin in your face hanging off. It's just not a good look. And there's been a lot of studies done on the benefits of taking collagen peptides. This collagen peptides, 200 milligrams, 200 grams, 2 scoops every single day. If you're going to take it, you will see significant impact. This particular by vital proteins, super healthy, also for a reason that they include, besides just vitamin C and hydrolyzed collagen, which is you can get in other places. This particular one, they include hyaluronic acid, and hyaluronic acid, 80 milligrams, it actually helps you to moisturize your skin from inside out. There's a lot of actually creams with hyaluronic acid that cover it in a way and prevents from drying out. But this particular one, there's been a lot of studies done that if you consistently take 20 milligrams per day, every single day, the density of your skin, the appearance of your wrinkles, I think overall your skin is going to get better. And you want your skin to be good. Why? Because you're not going to look old, first of all, and secondly, it does have function of being a first line of defense as far as your body is concerned. That's something that's facing the external elements. So I do take collagen peptides religiously every single day in the morning, 220 grams per day every single day. As far as the skin is concerned, not only skin, but as far as your hair is concerned and nails, I don't have it on me, just ran out actually, but I do supplement with biotin also, just 1 pill of biotin. Biotin is super good for you, for healthy looking hair and nails. So I supplement with collagen peptides for my skin and biotin for your nails and hair. The older you get, the worse your knees become. Your joints starting to hurt, particularly my knees, because I used to play basketball, so my knees and run marathons, so my knees are pretty beat up. and that's why I do supplement with glucosamine and MSM. Some of these actually, sometimes people use glucosamine, chondroitin, and MSM. So I take one pill that contains 1500 milligrams of glucosamine and 1500 milligrams of MSM daily. These are giant pills. I bought this at Costco. Forgot how much they were, but these pills are giant, super hard to swallow. So I wanted to return it and get something that is smaller, but then I decided, well, I'm just gonna chew through these pills. But so I said, these are very good for your joints. So, but you have to take this consistently. You can't expect to see results right away. The results will come after about a month, maybe sometimes 2 months of taking. But if you take just one pill a day, for example, for a continuous period of time, you will feel that your knees are not as achy. Oh, finally, I already mentioned sometimes take reishi mushrooms to unwind. But I wanted to tell you about my supplementation before I go to sleep. In order to promote sleep, I take 3 elements. One of them is magnesium citrate. A lot of people take various other types of magnesium. Some of them will actually cause diarrhea. So magnesium, the most popular one is called Calm. A lot of people swear by it, but I can't take it because I have diarrhea then the entire day. But magnesium citrate, it doesn't give you diarrhea. So magnesium, super important overall for it doesn't just relaxes you, but magnesium is crucial for DNA replications, for other things. So having low magnesium in your body is absolutely devastating for your body longer term. So you should always have a lot of magnesium. Magnesium and vitamin D3, those are the 2 things that are actually crucial for your body. So I do take magnesium citrate at night just because magnesium does have calming effect, but I don't take it alone. I do take it with another thing is called Nacetal that helps you relax and relieve some sort of stress. And finally with glycine. Once again, glycine also helps you relax. So it's a spoon of glycine, 3 grams per serving, 1 spoon of inositol, which is 1000 milligrams, and magnesium citrate, right? So I'll stack them up like this so you can see them. So these 3, if you put them in the water and drink them before you go to sleep, I would say drink it 2-3 hours before you go to sleep, so you have an opportunity to go to the restroom and you don't have to wake up in the middle of the night. But if you take these 3 potentially together with reishi mushrooms, it will have very, very positive effect on your sleep quality. I truly get relaxed. I have dreams. I have fantastic sleep. So for those of you who struggle with sleep, and a lot of times I wind myself up by watching something, I don't feel like I want to go to sleep. Once I take a combination of these 3 components, it really puts me at ease and I have fantastic sleep. Needless to say, the room have to be the temperature in your room have to be very low. Fresh air has to come in. I have filters going in my room, so and it has to be a blacked out. There's no external light coming into the room if you do want to have a good night's sleep. So this is pretty much all I wanted to share. This is my stack. I'll list all the ingredients on the bottom of this video, but this is something that I think is well researched. I'm not taking any super experimental drugs, and always trying new stuff to see how I feel. But overall, this is my stack. This is what I do. This is what I take every day. Some things I cycle through, but hope it gives you a better idea of, maybe how to direct your supplementation, A, for longevity, and B, for just, being the healthiest version of who you are. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a good day.